What's up guys, Mario teambeige here, and today we're back with another video, and today we are not beating the allegations of being a pack opening channel, but we are opening a box of Justice Hunters. This is probably the most anticipated set, at least going into in 2025, and it's also starting the new competitive season for Yu-Gi-Oh! This set is going to change a lot within the meta. It's quite strong. It adds the Canine archetype, the Yummy archetype. Those are probably the most strongest things with it right now. I'm a big fan of the Dracotail archetype in it. It's a fusion archetype, but Canine and Yummy are definitely going to be seen in a bunch of different strategies. I mean, they're probably going to be... Yummy will mostly be played pure. Canine is very popular with the Vanquishal deck, and we have a box today, and we're gonna go ahead and crack it open. This is another set post Duelist Advance that has Starlight rares, which is really cool, and it also has collector rares as well. So we're hoping to pull some of those. I'm specifically looking for Canine cards just to use as an engine. I'm not a big fan of Vanquishal, so I'm not looking to play that deck, but I'm hoping to have just pick up the engine, you know, just to use in other things. And Dracotail cards as well would be cool. Yummy, probably give to any friends who want it. So we're gonna go ahead, take our packs out. This is also a new setup, by the way, for not recording setup, but just the way I'm doing pack opening plus my perspective. Usually I've had shout outs to Dom, who usually records at locals, but this is how we're gonna be doing it today, and so I'm gonna see how well it works. We got that. I was able to use my nice microphone as I completely punch my camera a little bit. All right, we're just gonna fix that real quick. All right, let's get right into it. So once again, we're hoping for a collector rare or a Starlight rare. I'll go over some of the cards in the set, but some of these are also just reprints. Super Rush Recklessly. Herald of the Arclight is played in the Yummy deck. It's really good that it's in here just as, you know, deck building set. It's kind of unsurprising. And then we have Ketsu Dracotail. This is the Rhoda for the Dracotail deck. And then if your opponent controls a monster, you can fusion summon a spellcaster or dragon monster using monsters from your hand, and then you can only or from your hand or field, and then you can only activate one per turn. This is a really good spell. It's a really good starter, and just, yeah, it's overall pretty solid. Yummy Redemption. I don't know exactly what this card does, but I just know that you don't play it in Yummy necessarily. It doesn't really do anything. Yummy Muset Akroki. This is the, I believe, this is the extender field spell that the Snatch you can place, and both field spells have the effect of where they can shuffle themselves and then some other cards back to put them back in the deck, which is really nice. The other field spell pops when you synchro summon. Chaos Xyz Nash Knight. This is used to get into the Chaos 104 engine that mostly Vanquish is playing right now, but this is a really nice reprint for the set. And then Behemoth, the King of 100 Battles. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. We have Imperial Princess Konkiri. If you're playing against Canine Vanquishal, watch out. Some of them are definitely playing this to make Paradise Smashers. This card just summons a level 5 from either graveyard, or from your graveyard to either field. But basically what it does is if you summon off Jokel or Lantern, you are light locked with those materials. You can't make any light Xyzs with whatever you summon off those monsters, but this lets you kind of cheat that by making this and then resummoning. So if you see your opponent summon this, yeah, it might be a bad sign. Canine LC Release Restraint. This is a rank up magic for the Canine deck. And then Rahu Dracotail. You can fusion summon a Dracotail monster from your extra deck using a monster from your hand and then a monster from your deck. And then you can't special summon for the rest of the turn except fusion monsters. It's a pretty good spell. Egypt Chain because fusion archetype. Yummy Redemption, and then Artifact Durndal. This is a pretty funny just to have in here. Shouts to any hat duelists. And then Dracotail Flame. This card says you can target a face-up spell on the field and negates effects, and then you can target you can put a Dracotail card in your grave on the bottom of the deck and then draw one card. This is part of your interruption in Dracotail, setting up this and Horn off of the Dracotail monsters. Mysterion the Dragon Crown. I think some people are playing this in as a super poly target against Dracotail. I can't remember exactly what this does, but it's overall a decent card. You probably won't see it too much though. Lollipopo Yummy Wave. This card is really good. It's one of the Yummy monsters. Basically, they can all be synchro summoned. One tuner plus one plus non-tuner. You can also treat a Link 1 as a tuner for its summon, And then if this card is synchro summoned, you can target 2 Yummy monsters in your grave, reborn them. And then if your opponent activates a card or effect, you can return this to the extra to summon 2 Yummy monsters from your graveyard. Dracotail Pan. If this card is sent to the grave as fusion material for a fusion summon, you can set all the Dracotail monsters when they use this fusion material. You can set a Dracotail spell or trap to your field, and then they each do something. Pan, what it does is it non-targets destroys a card in the field. And then I believe if a fusion monster is destroyed or leaves field by opponent's card effect, you can special summon a non-fusion Dracotail from your grave. So it's recursion, but it's overall just mostly an interruption. You play like one of this in the deck. And then another Croaky. Canine Hound. Some Canine decks are playing this. It can't be destroyed with battle card effects on the turn it's summoned, and then each turn your opponent activates a monster effect, it gains attack when that effect resolves, and then during the standby phase, you can attach a material to target a card in the field, banish it. So it's like but it's pretty alright. We're off down Chaos Xyz Knight. I'm gonna probably like go through these pretty quickly, just because like most people have opened packs by now, but we're gonna kind of just go over some of the like bigger hits if we get lucky. Dracotail Flame. It's nice that in this set, you have the option for some rares to get them as either rare or super rare. So I think that's a pretty cool feature from Konami. We have Hornet Drones. Apparently there's a CR in this, but this is in here because they played in Yummy. Engage is a 1-card starter for the Yummy deck, which is really cool. Play Booster, Dracotail Horn. This one, you can target a face-up attack position monster in the field, return to the hand, and then it does the same effect to put something back and draw. So another part of the Dracotail interruption. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Some of these I'm like, I have like a microphone and then another camera in the way of the card, so if I'm like butchering the effects, that is why. Canine Release Restraint, Princess Kankiri, Canine 00 Hound. This might be our first Ultra. Frightfurt Patchwork, and Yummy Snatchy. This is the card that makes Yummy so good. It is a Link 1. Link 1s are consistently broken. You can summon it with a level 4 or lower Light Beast, and then if it's special summoned, you can place a Yummy field spell in your face-up field zone, and then you can pay 100 to quick synchro into a Yummy or I think any monster. Yes, you just have to use Yummy monsters, essentially. What a clip. Oh, my monitor timed out. Make sure that was still recording. But yeah, Periodize Map, and then Cookie Yummy Way. So that's pretty cool that we actually pulled a Snatchy. Pretty cool. You need like 3 of those in the Yummy deck. And then we have Obedient School, very nice reprint for this set. You play 3 of this in the Yummy deck. It's a broken card going second, especially with it not being once per turn. Metal Marcher. Nash Knight, another nice reprint, and also Metal Marcher is played in the Yummy deck to make Herald of the Arclight, but really nice to see Nash Knight in here as well. Ooh, K917 Azuna, this is exactly what we're looking for. This is probably the most broken card in the set, and actually I'm very relieved to see it in this box. So basically what she does is, let me make sure that is not something on there. Okay, yeah, it was just a speck of dust. But basically what she does is, if your opponent activates a monster effect in the hand or graveyard, quick effect, during the main phase, you can summon her from hand, and then on summon, you can Foolish a canine monster from your deck to the graveyard, or it's a card as well. But basically, you can then you send Lupus, and then Lupus has the same condition where if your opponent has activated something during this turn, you can, or just like, if they hand trap you, essentially, you can summon it from the graveyard or the hand as a quick effect, and then he has a quick effect on your opponent's turn to XYZ summon. So you basically are making a rank 5 on your opponent's turn. I'm really glad that this is one of our pulls, because I definitely did want this. Millenniumize Restrict, and then Dracotail Urgula. Urgula is has a similar effect to Pan, but it pops a spell trap. But oh, so glad to see Azuna. So glad. Let's see, can we get a collector rare? That'd be really nice. I guess I'm looking for any collector rares. Starlights or Lupus would be really nice, or Ripper. Yummy Way. This is Cup. The synchros are all Yummy Ways, but Cup's a Yummy Way. On synchro summon, you can search 2 Yummy cards and then discard a card from your hand, and then has the same thing to tag out as the other one. Polymerization, and then Yummy Music Minion. Minion is the one where if you synchro summon, you can. No, actually, so Croaky is the pop. This is the summon from grave. I just checked. Yeah, so pretty cool to see this. Jack in the Hand, Edge of Chain, and then King of the Swamp, and then Gravity Controller. The Lunalight tech, if you know what I'm talking about. Speaking of which, I have I've like not made a video in a while with any deck profiles or so, but to be honest, with Justice Hunters coming out, Duad Nats was a lot of fun, and but with Justice Hunters out, there's a lot of room to kind of like maybe test some new decks. So I think I'm going to try and post some more deck profiles, post them. We have the Lollipopo, Anomaly, Jokel. Jokel's another good canine monster. It is part of one of your starters. You can reveal it and a level 5 in your hand to special summon, and then ignition effect, you can search for a canine monster. Whatever you summon off of him, his effect, and then himself cannot be used for a light XYZ material, hence why I mentioned the Konkari. But yeah, this card's really good. Yummy Redemption, Patchwork, Pan, and then Nash Knight. So we have 2 of our ultras so far. Oh, we're already at 10 minutes. I gotta like speed through this. Oh, probably gonna have to cut some of this out. Kinkabio, Canine, Special Release, Werewolf. This is like an interruption you use the other rank up magic into. If he does certain effects depending on your opponent's turn, but he can, if your opponent activates a card or effect while he's face up on the field on your turn, you can banish a card from on your opponent's field and grave, like Chain Ying. And then if it's on your opponent's turn that they use an effect while he's on the field, you can basically banish something from their hand until the end phase. So pretty good. Paradise Smasher, this card is very broken. You're going to want to watch out for it if you're playing against Canine. Vanquish Soul, they just, it's a problem. This card should really go, but here we are. Overlay Booster, and then Behemoth, and then Where Art Thou? Yeah, I know this is the first low rarity Paradise Smashers reprint, so they got to do what they got to do. Chronomaly, Kinkabio, Canine X-Force Release. This is the good rank up magic. Basically, you try to get a Canine monster, Xyz monster you control, and then rank up into a Canine extra deck Xyz monster with a higher rank, and then you can destroy a card in the field. This card's really good. You have Canine Hound, Cross Sheep, Gravity Controller, and Urgula. Okay. We'll love to see it. We have Herald of the Arclight, Obedient School, or a super rare Urgula. Pretty nice to see that. Patchwork, Metal Marcher, Dracotail Flame, and then Chaos Xyz Nash Knight. I think the reprints in this set are really good, actually. I think there's like a lot of good reprint stuff for a deck building set, and I really like it when deck building sets have that in them. We have Canine Use Special Release Experiment, Alarmization, Volcasaurus, another really nice reprint for this set. It's like seen play in like I think retro formats, but it just hasn't had a good reprint in a while. Paradise Smasher, we have an ultra rare in here, and Lollipo Yummy. So the Yummy monsters also, if you control Link 1, you can special summon it from hand. And then if this card is normal special, you can target a card in your opponent's graveyard, shuffle in the deck, or if it's if this was summoned off a Synchro Monsters effect, you can banish it instead. So pretty nice. We got a another one of those, or we got one of those. I think I opened a box earlier, and then ended up getting one. I think I got exactly Snatchy and Lollipo, which is really funny. Kinkabio, Cupsy Yummy Way, Ketu Dragontail, another one of the Rhoda, Overlay Booster, Jack in the Hand, Cookie Yummy Way. This has the same effects, at least the tag out effect, as the other Yummy Synchros, but if it's special summoned or synchro summoned, you can target 2 face-up monsters in the field and book them face down. So it's interruption for your opponent's turn, which is really nice. It's usually part of their end board is like setting up the like Herald of the Arclight, Yummy Surprise, I think is an interaction, and then Cookie as well is an interruption. So it's pretty nice. We have a Behemoth. I'm just kind of going through these. I want to get to those ultra rare or collector rares. Oh, just pulling the Azuna like was such a relief. Holy. Obedient Schooled, Mysterion, Canine X Werewolf, and then Edge of Chain, Nash Knight, Millennium Eyes Restrict, and King of the Swamp. Okay. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I've yet to see a Ripper yet, which is the kind of main XYZ that you make off of Lupus. So let's see if we can find one of him. Rahu Dragontail, we went over this earlier. A Croaky, yep, that's the pop. And then Hornet Drones, Where Art Thou, and Durandal. We got like a couple of packs left, so we're gonna just go ahead and see. Overall, I'm actually pretty satisfied with this box so far. The Azuna like really carried, and then the Yummy stuff is always cool to see. We got Guillemot. I didn't realize they changed it to this. But basically, this is one of the Dracotail fusions. If you can fusion summon it with a Dracotail monster and any monster in your hand, same as Altharian. But then if you activate a Dracotail card or effect, and then your opponent has no response, like Detonator, you can use its effect to target a card your opponent controls and then destroy it. And then this has an effect where if it's in the graveyard and 2 monsters get sent to the grave in any way, so synchro summon or a fusion summon, you can special summon this from the grave, but it's a banishment leaves the field. So pretty good interruption for your opponent's turn. Canine Jokel, really nice to see one of those. I think that actually completes my set of them. I need to get Lantern. We need Lantern. I really need more Azunas. But then Ripper as well would be really nice. Kinkabio. Cupsy Yummy Way, a case for K9. This is a spell they play in the deck. When this card is activated, you can add any K9 monster from your deck to your hand, and then if your opponent activates a card in their hand or grave, it boosts by 900 for your K9 monsters. And then if this is in the spell trap zone destroyed, you can set a rank, basically your rank up magic, which is quite nice. We got these. Just a couple of packs left. We got one more Ultra potentially. Or that Collector Rare or Starlight would be really nice to see. I think this is one of them. This is an Ultra Rare. This might be an Ultra Rare. And it's an effect monster. 2300. It's Lupus. Oh, that's so great. So we got exactly actually the K9 engine within this. So Lupus, like I said, if your opponent activates a card effect in their hand or graveyard, you can special summon it, but he's banished when he leaves the field. And then you quick effect on your opponent's turn, you can Xyz summon. So you can actually also, if he's the only thing on your field and your opponent summons like twice from the extra, you can summon Typhon on him, which is really cool. But otherwise, you're just going to summon a rank 5. And then while he's a material, your opponent cannot target the XYZ that has this as an Xyz material. This card's really, really good. The K9 stuff is just really broken. And like I said, it can be mostly utilized in the Vanquish Soul deck, as well as Crystron. Crystron, I can actually make good use of the K9 cards as well. We have Force Release, and then just some more of things we've seen before. But we have 4 packs left. We're going to take a look and see if there's anything in them. I'm hoping for Collector Rare. I really want to see a Collector Rare. Really love to see that. Lantern. Okay, so actually this is good too. So basically Lantern says if you have a K9 monster in your grave, you can target that monster, special summon both monsters. Both monsters can't be used for a light XYZ. And then Ignition Effect, he can search for a K9's spell or trap from your deck to your hand. So really nice. Actually, we rounded out like some of the K9 engine that I needed. I mean, we still need like obviously 2 more Azunas, and then I need Ripper. We need Ripper. Oh, it's a Starlight. Oh my goodness, we pulled a Starlight. All right, let's see what it is. So we got Yummy Muser Minion, Mash Knight, Paradise Smasher, and it is an effect monster. 1800. Is this Lucius? Oh, that's beautiful. Dracotail Lucius as a Starlight Rare. Holy crap. This is Azuna plus Starlight. That's amazing. If this card is normal special summoned, you can add a Dracotail monster from your deck to your hand, except a Lucius. And then if he's sent to the grave, you can set a Dracotail spell trap from your deck to your hand. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. I'm going to put this in a sleeve immediately. Oh my goodness, where's my sleeve? Where's my sleeves? Oh my goodness. That's pretty amazing. I'm actually really happy that of all the stars we get, it would be a Dracotail monster. Oh, or Dracotail card. Let's go. This is beautiful. See, I think I really want the Collector Rare version of this deck, but this Starlight will be appreciated. It will greatly be appreciated. Look at that art. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Chat. This is amazing. We love to see it. We love to see it. And we pulled another Jokel. I think we already had our set of Jokels, but still really nice. Oh, man. Azuna plus Starlight. Oh, couldn't get any better than that. It really couldn't get any better than that. We have Grammel, Minion, Jack in the Hand, Volcasaurus, Cross Sheep, and Cookie. Then we got the last... That might have been the last pack. I think that was. Unless I did something silly. Nope, I think that was it. Oh my gosh. Let's take a look at the polls. I'm overall really happy with this. I think this was a pretty good opening. more than pretty good, considering we got like the best ultra rare and also a starlight. My thoughts on Justice Hunters, I think it's a pretty cool set. It definitely has changes for the metagame, and I might do some videos in the future doing some deck profiles and kind of talking about how it may affect the meta as we're moving forward, because I know I'm going to be playing some regionals as well. But yeah, guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button down below, subscribe to Team Beige, and I'm Marty, and I will see you all later. Peace.